Hello everybody! Oh, goody, that bug again. Oh, goody, we're facing the wrong direction. This is part 4 of the Kerbal Space Program series. We're going to attempt to land this big hunk of stuff on the moon, which is probably going to go very badly because it is big and very unwieldy. Very unwieldy. And immensely large. Okay, and given our position, Kerbin should be appearing on the horizon any moment now. At which point we fire the engines off. There it is, the Kerbin rise from orbit. That's actually a very beautiful sight. And so we begin our burn. And wow, it's not really getting anywhere fast. Oh, no, that's right, because we only got one big engine in this giant hulking thing. With the rest of them being rather small engines. Oh, will this be special or what? There we go, we're starting to get out there now. We should have more than enough fuel than is required. There we go, we're getting out, we're getting out. This time we're going to have to be a lot more careful because the other two didn't work. One's still stranded on the Mun, unsurprisingly. And then the other one, oh yeah, left planetary orbit. God, I've got so many advanced SASs on here just to try to keep this thing lined up. Okay, we're getting out there now. Open that up. Getting out there. Getting out there. Come on. And... we're there. Slowing the engine down. We're all set. It appears to be. Yep, we will be. Nope, we're not quite. A little bit further. There we go. There we go indeed. And now... we... big ship. Plop that there. I'll be under acceleration, so I can't do the time dilation thing yet. Woohoo! I really wish I could stick more than just this stuff on here and actually have some scientific equipment on the ship, but I can't yet. Not yet. In the future, yes, but right now, sadly, no. So, off we go. Start time dilation. Let's hope that this thing doesn't tip over. There's a very strong chance it will. Oh yes, there's that one. Those pieces are in a rather odd orbit. Landed and stranded. Landed and stranded. See all the pieces of it. Nope, it appears some of it disappeared. Speed it up some more. That's kind of weird. Makes it rather hard to know how I'm going to be coming out on this thing. Because there it is. I need to turn RCS on. We spin the ship around, which is doing it a little bit easier now that I've burned up some of the fuel. What I need to do is get this into a position for a retro burn. Retrograde burning. Too far. Come on. Right there. Just use the SAS stuff because I need to keep as much RCS fuel as humanly possible. Thing is, look how much of the fuel tanks I've already burned up. Wow. I need bigger RCS tanks on this thing, really. Well, I could have done this without using RCS. That wouldn't have been fun. No, I actually want to get into orbit around the Mun, so that means I need to be a little bit more careful about how I do this. I suppose this is good enough. Take that off. We slowly move the ship into the required position. Like right there. Restart the burn. Slowly at first. Not quite anymore. I'm too far away from the PE to want to do this. Must be... Ooh, that wasn't quite careful. Okay, shut the SAS off. We're going to spin the ship around slightly. Move this way. And we're going to hit the gas. And we're going to see this close very, very nicely. Lose some altitude, but that's fine. But this will put us in orbit around the Mun, which is exactly where we want to be. And voila! No. Almost. We're kind of in orbit. Oh, we are in orbit. want to adjust this a little bit still. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be able to do this, but you know what? I'm doing it anyway. I'm adjusting the position of the ship in the... I guess this is the map view, I suppose? Ding. Got a regular view. Can I see the other craft on the surface? No. No, I can't. Well, sucks to be them anyway. Haha, you're all stuck down there! Okay, we're gonna turn the engine on again. We're gonna bring the epoxies back down. And good enough. Not really. Well, that is relatively... No, it's not. Okay, we're in orbit. SAS is freaking out. Oh god! It's a big ship. No kidding. I've got some RCS fuel tanks left. I'm not sure why these got used. They're not even on the same stupid ship. They drain these two, and then don't drain this. Whatever. We're gonna orbit once. Oh. I'm below 200,000 meters. Oh. Now once we reach there again, I'm gonna start the descent burns so we can land. We'll end up somewhere around the South Pole in this area. Here. It'll be easier to start up higher because up here we're going to be moving slower. It'll be easier to control the speed of the ship once we get down there. Okay, we're going to move this down to the regular speed now. So I'm going to take a moment, well, a few moments, and we're going to get this lined up better. Okay, we are lined up to begin the deorbital burn. SAS is on. We're going to start Oh, look. Even though I've disabled sticky keys, it did it again. But it did not do all this other stuff. Oh, God. No, it just turns it on now. That's a pain in the bloody rear end. Okay, we're going to stop burning now because we're already where we need to be. It appears to be landing in a different spot other than where I predicted. I don't know what the surface will be like. I'm not expecting it to be particularly friendly. You know what? The hell with it. We're going to change where that is. I'm going to try to aim for this crater right there. We'll land in the crater. Come on, bring it down, bring it down. Yeah, yeah. And we're in the crater. There we go. We are aiming for this crater right here. This should already be quite fun. Actually, this will be the first time I've aimed for a specific spot. That being a crater. Let's see what it... Whee! Yeah, you can see the line when I go back in real quick, right into the crater. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Now I've got it on ×2 speed. I've got it on ×10. ×50. Oh, SAS is stuck on. Okay, we shut the SAS off. Put the ship in position for retro burn. We're aiming for the crater. Will that mean we actually get there? There's a pretty good chance that we'll probably end up somewhere slightly different. Or completely different even. That's a possibility as well. Cannot forget the completely different category. Get me ×10! Yeah, we're gonna miss. Oh well. Okay, we're at 100. So now I'm going to start slowing this descent down. Deploy the landing gear. Landing gear has been deployed. We will land nearby our target. I'm getting hiccups for some strange reason. James Kerman seems to be quite happy. I still have a lot of sideways momentum. I'm not... sideways momentum. Not quite sure why. I might just stop attempting to stop this spinning here, because this is slightly annoying. But it's not really all that serious of an issue. It's not preventing me from lining up with this, as long as it doesn't get too extreme. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure why the ship wants to spin. And why is it always in one direction? I'm hoping we land on somewhat decently flat ground. Sincerely hoping I land on somewhat decently flat ground. We'll slow the fall down too much. I think this is a good rate, 100 meters a second. I actually want to get to the ground sometime this episode. Now, one nice thing about this thing being so big, it's actually surprisingly easy to keep lined up with this thing here. And once this hits 150, I'm going to turn the engines back on. There we go. We're going to keep it steady at 149.9 or 150, around there. As we burn up fuel, we'll start slowing down again. Bit more. Starting to see the ground a little bit more than before. Hopefully we do land in a somewhat flat spot. Because I think this thing is probably quite top-heavy. Probably is quite top-heavy. I managed to do it without using the RCS. That's kind of not bad at all. I've still got a lot of tanks left over. A lot of fuel left over. There's the crater I wanted to land in, but you know what? That's not bad. This will be very good depending on what type of ground I have underneath me. Now it's getting a little bit more hairy here. And a little bit more difficult, and I'm running out of altitude to work with. So turn the engines up and slow the fall down even more. Even more now. As I'm following this green thing around on my little icon down here. Okay, we're good. Stop spinning, ship. What kind of ground do we have beneath us? Don't know. Don't know at all. I can't really make out any distinguishing terrain features yet. Oh god, the autosave! Bad autosave! It stuttered the game for a second. Very long landing burn, isn't it? I don't know where the ground is, but once I see the rocks start popping up underneath us, that should tell me something about the altitude. Coming in at 54 meters a second, 53, 50, yep. Once the rocks pop up on the surface, we'll be able to tell that we're getting close. There should only be 3,000 meters or so. It's kind of hard to tell. There's not really any distinguishing features on the moon. Now I'm using the way the graphics engine... Yep, rocks! There we go, we're getting close. Now we're going to want to slow down. Make sure we stay lined up. Nope, bad. Stop running away! Oh, well, that's part of the problem right there. I want to use the RCS thrusters to get me there closer. That's a bit faster than relying only on the SAS. I want to turn these engines up a little bit more because we're starting to get really close. Okay, we're getting really... Yeah, we're almost there. We'll be touching down. This will be over 2,000 meters, so about 2 kilometers above whatever passes for sea level on the Mun. So we have a hard time keeping this green thing here. Bad green thing. Get over here. Turn the engines up a little bit now. Turn the engines back up a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Here we are, here we are, here we are. And... touchdown. Oh, we're missing legs, and it exploded! Well, catastrophic failure. So he started losing structural failures on linkages between landing struts. And then shortly after there, it just started exploding. Claiming overheating, but that wasn't overheating. Boom. Well, so far, 3 for 3. All have failed. The Kerbonauts have not reached the Mun very successfully. That kind of sucked. Oh. Poop. Oh, that's the end of this one. That's the end of this series. That was part 3 of 4. No, part 4 of 4. It is a failure. The most successful one, the one that actually landed, got from Kerbin to the Mun, landed, and took back off again, was the first one. The second one got here, took off, got to the moon, then toppled over. This one took off, got to the moon, landed momentarily, and then exploded. In a giant fireball of doom, as we can see right there. And it killed the Kerbonauts. That was interesting. Oh well, have fun everybody.